In today's session, we are going to continue the discussion of analogous systems. We have seen in the previous class, there is a table which we had drawn. The table indicates what is the equivalent, that is the identical quantity for mechanical and electrical systems. You can see if you have translational mechanical system, if you have force, equivalently in electrical system, it is denoted as voltage. And in case of a rotational, if it is torque, again it is voltage. So either if it is force or torque, it is voltage only. If it is mass or moment of inertia J, it is inductance only. So this table, please go through it. I have shared some four papers, four slides in your groups. Those four papers are important for you to solve the problems. Let me show you this force voltage analogy. Similarly, torque voltage analogy. If you compare this both force and torque voltage analogy, only this is the difference. For force voltage is for translational mechanical system, wherein you have a mass, you have a damper, you have a spring. In case of torque voltage, you have moment of inertia, you have a torsional spring, I guess, that is this K and D, damper, dashpot. So only that is the difference. Otherwise, for equivalent network, for mass, it is inductance. For J, it is also inductance. So this electrical part, it is the same for both. However, only this, either translational or rotational, only this will change. Similarly, for other two also the same case applies. Force current or torque current analogy. These four slides are important to you. Please, if it is possible for you, you can make a note in your notebooks. Please write this, whatever I have shared in your groups. Please note it down at one place, so that when we start solving the problems, you can refer that. You can turn the pages and refer. Yes, this is the thing I need to replace it with. Okay, with this, let me start a simple problem. Okay, example for force voltage and force current analogy. I'm taking force means it is a translational mechanical system. You can see it in the figure. This is the mechanical system given to you. For this, you have to draw equivalent electrical network using force voltage and force current. If you see this, it would be easier before starting with the analogous systems. You should, if you can go with the equivalent mechanical network, it will make your work easier. How, at the end I will tell you, but first of all you have to draw the equivalent mechanical network for this given system. Hope it is visible in one page. How to draw the equivalent mechanical network? You have mass m1, you have mass m2, and you have two displacements. So jitne displacements honge utne nodes honge. So let me take two nodes, x1 and x2. If you see, for first displacement, there is a mass m1, there is a force applied, and any other, yes, you have a friction here also between the surface and the body. Okay, but however here it is not present because of the presence of rollers. So how many elements will come for the first node? X1, you have m1, you have force, and you have B, damper. So these three things will come. So let me draw this. You have m1, you have damper. I did not denote it. Please keep it as B, and you have a force. If you see the direction of the force, it is towards this face. Okay, towards this reference. So if I take this as your reference, it is towards, down. Till now, in previous some of the examples, we have seen forces like this, because it was something like it was away from this reference. But here, if you see, applied forces in this direction, because of that it will come down. So this is about x1 node. Coming to x2 node, try to see how many elements are connected to x2 node. For X2 node, you have M2, you have a spring K2, you have damper B2. So for X2, you have M2, K2 and B2. I have connected 3 elements. Now what about the remaining 2 elements which are connected in between M1 and M2 or in between X1 and X2? They are the shared elements. They are free to move. Both ends are free to move. So whenever such kind of things come in your problems, you should take them in parallel between the shared nodes. So you have to connect both in parallel between the two nodes X1 and X2. So this is the equivalent mechanical network I have drawn. Okay. Now from the mechanical network, you can directly draw the force voltage and force current analogy. Once this equivalent network is with you, start for force current analogy. Okay, let me show you here. It is force current analogy I am talking about. In case of force current analogy, just what we will do, each element we will replace it with equivalent identity, equivalent quantity. Okay, so we have a node here X1, X2. So what is the equivalent value for the displacement in case of force current? I have to go back to the slides. Please you keep this paper with you, this table which we have made. Okay, displacement, spring, then friction B, that is friction viscous friction coefficient B, then what, mass and force. For translational we are doing. So and we are now I am asking you force current. So you refer this table. Okay, you have to just keep on checking. Force equivalent is current, mass equivalent is capacitance, B equivalent is reciprocal of the resistance, spring stiffness, spring coefficient K, reciprocal of inductance, displacement is nothing but your magnetic flux phi or simply EMF E. You can take both. Phi, okay, in general it is phi. Voltage, velocity, either for voltage, force current analogy, it is voltage E. Okay, so with this, if you observe the problem which we are now solving, okay, coming back to the problem, what I will do, just look at the structure. You have one node, you have two nodes. I have one node, I have one more node. For first node, I have three things connected in parallel, three elements. For this node, I have connected three things connected in parallel. For second node, I have three elements connected in parallel. Here also for the second node, I have connected three elements in parallel. In between two nodes, we have two parallel elements. In between two nodes, I have two elements in parallel. So whatever equivalent network you draw, if you simply replace their equivalence, you will get force current analogy. Okay, so now let me see what all I have replaced. We have force. Force is replaced with what? Current. Okay, please refer the table. Force is replaced with the current. Mass is replaced with the capacitance. You have M1, so I have taken C1. Then a damper, say it is B. Okay, damper, if it is B, you have to replace it with equivalent resistance R. Then coming to second node, you have M2, you have to take capacitance. You have a spring stiffness, reciprocal of the, I think it is inductance or reciprocal, you just check it out. I have written L2 here. And then the last one, damper element B2, it is resistance. R2. So suffixes whatever 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. Similarly, you have to take R1, L1, L2, whatever. Okay. These two, about these two. Now coming to this in between, the shared elements. There is a spring K is replaced with the inductance. There is a damper, replace it with the resistance. So simply, if you are able to draw the equivalent mechanical network for the given system, you can directly draw the force current analogy. So in case of force current analogy, we come across your Kirchhoff's nodal analysis. Kirchhoff's current law holds good. Now coming to the force voltage analogy. Force voltage analogy, it is associated with the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So here, in case of force current, nodal analysis will be there. In case of force voltage, we go for mesh analysis. Number of loops will be there. Now, how to draw these number of loops and how to draw the equivalent network? From this, I can directly draw. Hope both are visible in a single sheet. Okay. Okay. If you see, there are two nodes, right? Because there are two displacements and there are two masses. Now, equivalently, in case of force voltage analogy, जितने displacements, जितने masses रहेंगे, उतने loops होंगे. Okay. So, since there are two in number, displacements and masses, you'll be having two loops. Okay. So, first you mark like this, roughly from the pencil, you'll be getting two loops. Then coming to the connections, these three things are in parallel. You know that whenever the things are connected in parallel, in case of node analysis, for parallel connection, voltage remains the same. Current divides. You know about this already. Kirchhoff's current law and voltage law you have studied. So parallel voltage remains constant. So here you are now connecting these three elements in parallel. Simply reverse it. What you have to do here in the first loop, because this this indicates your first loop because it is associated with the first node, and this indicates your second loop, which is for second displacement, second node. So let me talk about the first loop. You have three elements connected in parallel. जो भी parallel है उनको series कर दो. So there is a current, there is one capacitance, and there is a resistance. Make sure that remember why we have connected capacitance and resistance, because they were analogous electrical systems for force voltage current analogy, but now we are now in force voltage analogy. So I cannot draw capacitance and resistance directly, because in case of force voltage analogy things will be different. So what I will do, नो डाउट व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग यू, जस्ट ये जो तीन एलिमेंट्स हैं इनको सीरीज में लगा दो. यहाँ पर जो तीन एलिमेंट्स हैं सीरीज में लगा दो, बट एलिमेंट्स शुड नॉट बी टेकन एज इट इज, बिकॉज दीज एलिमेंट्स आर फॉर फोर्स करंट एनोलॉजी, but for force voltage the elements will differ. So let's see how, what are those elements. So again, for that what I will do, I will refer the equivalent mechanical network which we have drawn. Coming to these three elements which are connected in parallel, same thing are there here. These three things we have replaced with. Take these three things. Now go to the table. Okay. In the table, you check what is the equivalent of force, mass, and damper for force voltage analogy. Okay, not the current, because now we are working in force voltage analogy. So go for force M and B. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I want force, I want mass, and I want a B. Okay, these three things I want. For force voltage, they are replaced with the voltage, inductance, and resistance. So I have to do that. Okay, so what I have to do? Three things are force is nothing but voltage, then mass is nothing but inductance, damper is nothing but resistance. So these three things we know that these are identical quantities in electrical, okay, analogous quantities. Now in case of current analogy, we took three elements in parallel as it is. जो जैसा connection है simply replace कर दो, force current मिल जाएगा. Force voltage के लिए connections आपको जो parallel है उसको series में convert करना पड़ेगा. So these three things are connected in parallel here. Convert them into series. So which is equivalent is voltage. So I've connected voltage. Then there is an inductor. Inductor as it is M1, I have taken L1. Then there is a resistor. These three things are in series. This is about the first loop. Now coming to the second loop. Okay, for time being don't consider this. Let us see what is this first. So for the second loop, again mass, spring and this. For mass, you know what is the equivalent? It is L. So it will become L2. For B, it is R. It is R2. Now let's see what is the equivalent for K2. Can anybody tell me? For spring, what is the equivalent? I have to go back and check the slide one more time then. Okay, for spring, reciprocal of the capacitance. That is the equivalent. So let me replace that. So this should be reciprocal of capacitance. So that is 1 by C. So now again, these three equivalent quantities we know, but we have to, how the connections should be. Here they are in parallel, I have to connect them in series. So here I have connected L2, there is a resistor, there is a capacitor C2. Either you can write 1 by C2 or simply C2, because you generally use values L2, C2, you know, in numerators, okay, not 1 by. Actually exact value is 1 by, but no problem, you can even write 1 by C2 also. Fine. This is about your second loop. Okay, two currents are there, two loops are there, hence two nodes, two masses, two loops. Now coming to this point, the third one, the shared elements between two nodes. Okay, so the shared elements, how they should be. Here they are in parallel. So first let's see what is the equivalent. For K it is 1 by C, right? So 1 by C1. For B it is resistance, so that is R1. So equivalent values are 1 by C1 and R. However, here they are connected in parallel. I have to just simply take the series. That's it. Okay, commonly shared elements between two loops in between. So this is how we simply get the analogous systems. Hope you understood this simple example. But there is one more way how to draw these by mathematical equations. So this is how this method which I have shown you, it is based on the equivalent network. If for the given mechanical system, first step is you have to draw the equivalent mechanical network. जो मैकेनिकल नेटवर्क आपने ड्रॉ किया है एज इट इज, उसमें आप अगर इक्विवेलेंट क्वांटिटीज डाल दोगे तो यू विल गेट द फोर्स करंट एनालॉजी. ओके, बट फॉर फोर्स वोल्टेज आपका जो इक्विवेलेंट नेटवर्क है इसमें पैरेलल कनेक्शंस शुड बी कन्वर्टेड टू सीरीज कनेक्शन एंड द वाइस वर्सा. So that we will get force volt. One more method, system is given to you asking for, say, write the difference equilibrium equations, that is force equation, torque equations, those things. Then draw the equivalent network, then draw the analogous systems. So from the equations, is it possible to draw? Yes, it is possible to analyze and draw the analogous system using the differential equations also. So let us see that problem also. Hope you understood this. Okay, coming to one simple problem. Draw the equivalent analogous electrical network for the given mechanical system. Okay, before continuing, I had given you a few problems on equivalent mechanical network. Only few have shared your answers with me. I think some 3 students have shared. Out of which I think first 2 problems I was able to confirm. The third problem is a bit bigger. I didn't get the time to solve it. I will take time and I will confirm the answer. Okay. Well done. I think Sumaya has shared. One more girl has shared, and Rafia. So 3 people have shared their answers with me. Well done. Now coming to this problem. So how to solve this? One way was, which I have shown you, using the equivalent mechanical network. You can directly solve. Draw the equivalent electrical network. But now using the differential equations, how we can do? Let's see. For your safer side, and you want to get the analogous systems, better to draw the equivalent mechanical network. Okay. So let's draw the mechanical network. This is a given question. There is a reference. How many elements are there? In detailed also you can go. How many masses are there? There is one mass. So first you can go for free body diagram. Remember, try to remember the basics, how we started. So we used to draw free body diagram, and for each mass, and then we used to write the equation. You can do like that also. But as it was the start, it was very detailed. But as and when you get the practice, better to switch to direct solutions. So how many elements are there? There is a mass, there is a spring, there is a damper element. So 3 elements. There is only one displacement, okay, and force applied. So according to the Newton's law of motion, force applied on a body is equal to the sum of the opposing forces. How many opposing forces we will get? We will get Fm, we will get Fb, right? And we will get Fk. 3 opposing forces we will get. And I have written those 3 forces here. Fm is m d by dt square of x of t. Fb of t is b d by dt of x of t. These are the basic force equations which we have already covered in the previous concepts, how to write, okay, for each element. Fk is k into x of t. This is your acceleration, this is your velocity, this is your displacement. Okay, fine. Now writing the equivalent mechanical network. How many nodes are there? How many displacements are there in the given system? There is only one displacement, that is x of t. So very first step is identify, due to the applied force, how many number of displacements do exist in that system. So there is only one displacement. So jitne displacements honge utne nodes rahenge. But here it is simple. There is only one node, say x, and draw a reference at some distance. Okay. Now I have to draw the different elements. So you have a mass, you have a spring, you have a damper. From the same node, draw all the 3 connected in parallel, right? So these 3 things, they are connected, associated with only this node. There is only one node, so no need of bothering. Directly you can draw. And you have one more, that is applied force. From the same node you can draw applied force. Check the direction of the force. This is your reference, it is coming away. Okay, from the reference going away. So if this is your reference, going away, so the direction is upward. So this is your equivalent mechanical network. Now coming to the analogous systems. For that, let us start the analysis using equilibrium equations. We know already 3 opposing forces will be there for the applied force F. So equilibrium equation is applied force is equal to the sum of opposing forces and the values I have substituted. This is your applied force. Let us call this equation number 1. Now coming to force voltage analogy. In force voltage analogy, again refer to the table. Correct me if I'm wrong. Force, just refer the table, okay? Force is replaced with the voltage. mass is replaced with the inductance, damper B is replaced with the resistance, K spring is replaced with 1 by C, and X of T, that is displacement X, is replaced with, hope it is visible to you, Q, charge Q. Okay, the equivalent, the analogous quantities I have listed. You can cross verify. If any ambiguities, you can let me know. Now, once equivalent quantities we have written, simply replace each of them in equation 1. See, force, I have rewritten this equation one more time. Okay, better to m into whatever this d by dt square is there, I have split this d by dt of d by dt. Okay, and remaining all one more time I have written. Now, replace the analogous quantities. What is F? Which is applied voltage. Remember, now I am in force voltage. So this is your V of T. Then M, mass is replaced with inductance. L, d by dt of, what is X of T? Okay, let me just show you how I have written this. It is actually d by dt of one more d by dt. Okay, d by dt square. I have split this of x. Okay, but what is x? Analogous. X is nothing but charge q. It is nothing but d by dt of one more d by dt of equivalently. It is charge q. Fine. But what is dq by dt? Rate of flow of charges or charge flow per time. Q by T is nothing but your current. That's why I have replaced this whole quantity with d by dt of I of t. Okay, directly I have written, it is actually the solution is like this. Plus analogous quantity for B is R. Okay, R I have written. Now d by dt of x of t is nothing but what? Just now I have told you, d by dt of charge q. X you replace it with q, you will get b into r into I of t. Plus, what is the equivalent of k? That is 1 by c. So I have written 1 by c. 1 by c into x of t. Okay, again here there is a solution. Let me just show you how it is for third term. Okay, how to solve it. For this, the third term is actually k is replaced with 1 by c, and x of t is nothing but equivalent quantity q. So how you can write q? Charge q. We know that current I is equal to dq by dt. Okay. Now, if I take this dt on the left hand side, what your equation will be? dq is equal to I of t into dt. I of t into dt. Okay, how to get the total charge? We have a fractional value dq. To get the total value, charge q, because I need to replace it with x of t as a q. So I want total q. It is nothing but your integration of I, right? So dq is q. Dq is a fractional value. Total value is summation. That is integration. Continuous value is integration. Integration of I of t. I have written that directly. So this is your equation you get. Now, from this equation, we can draw the equivalent analogous system for voltage, force voltage analogy. You can see only one node exists, so only one current exists, and there is only one loop. Okay, this is clear. In your given question, there is only one displacement, one mass. So there will be only one loop. In case of force voltage analogy, electrical network, there will be only one loop. And in that loop, what is the current? I of t. And if you see, this I of t is common to all the three elements, L, R, and 1 by C. So we applied voltage is equal to sum of this. Again, the equation is balanced. You see the current I is common to all the three elements, L, R and 1 by C. Hence, connect all the three in series. You have L, you have R and you have 1 by C. There is only one current and this is your applied voltage. So this is your force voltage analogy. Coming to the force current analogy, the way we have written here, equivalent quantities. Similarly, for force current also I have listed. You can just cross verify with the table. If any discrepancies, you can please let me know. Okay, force is equivalently denoted as current, mass with the capacitance. Then B, that is damper, is 1 by R, K is 1 by L, X of T is phi, magnetic flux. Now what I will do, again taking the help of this equation 1. Okay, I will take this equation 1. Hopefully I have written one more time. Yes, I have written one more time here. Easy for me. No need to scroll again and again. This is your force equation, equation number 1. The only thing is यहाँ पे जो double differentiation है, I have split this. Okay, double differentiation is split. Okay, now equivalently replace force with the current, M with the C, then d by dt of x of t. One time d by dt outside, keep it as it is. Now this inside quantity, what it will be? D by dt of x of t. What is x of t? It is phi. So d by dt of phi. What is this? I think आपने EMF के बारे में पढ़ा है. It is nothing but your EMF or voltage. d phi by dt is nothing but your E or V. So I have replaced that directly. Plus B is replaced with 1 by R. D by dt of x of t is again directly EMF. Plus K is 1 by R. Now, how I have written this last? What is x of t? Phi. Okay, we know that d phi by dt is nothing but your EMF E, or here we have taken the symbol V. Okay, if you take this denominator to the other side, you will get d phi is equal to V into dt, or you want what? X of t, that is nothing but phi. X of t is equivalently written as phi. I want phi. How to get phi? Total value is integration. So integration of V, I have written that directly. Integration of V of t dt. So this is the equivalent network. If you see again how to draw this equivalent network, let me quickly show you. How many nodes do exist here? We have how many displacements? In the given figure, mechanical system, you have only one mass and one displacement. So those many number of nodes do exist. जैसे force voltage analogy में हमने एक ही loop लिया, so force current analogy में हमको एक ही node लेना पड़ेगा. Okay, let me take that node here, somewhere here, say X. Okay, but however X is what here? Phi. But in case of force current, we take it as V. Okay, EMF V we take. Now compare. V of t is common in all the three elements, right? Voltage is same in all the three elements. First element is capacitor, second element is reciprocal of the resistance, third element is reciprocal of the inductance. If you observe in all the three elements, these equations, V of t is common. So when V is the same, when you have a parallel network, so across the parallel connection, voltage remains the same. This is the concept you have already studied, right? So in case of Kirchhoff's current law, you connect the things in parallel so that across the parallel network, voltage is same. That's why these three elements, C, 1 by R and 1 by L, have to be connected in parallel with this current source I of t. Okay, this is how the analogous electrical network we write for force current analogy. In force current, we take parallel connections. In case of force voltage, we take series connection. Hope you understood this first problem. Any doubts in this problem, please you can ask me. Out of 100%, even if you understand some 60 to 70% of the problem, that is enough, because now we'll continue one more session and we will solve one more problem. So probably there your doubts may get clarified. Now the time